Hey, welcome to Fix It for Josh's Sake. Today I'm putting the suspension and skid back into a 1974 Arctic Cat Lynx. And let me tell you, I sure am thankful that I have one of these taps. It is a 3/8 by 24 threads per inch tap. And let me show you why I'm really happy I got one of these in my toolbox when I'm putting a skid back in that snowmobile. Here's one of the suspension axles, and just like every single suspension axle that I take out of a sled, the bolts are always slightly marred up on the threads, and the threading into the axle is usually pretty deteriorated. So I have a little trick up my sleeve that I always use when I'm putting this axle back in the suspension and getting it under the tunnel of that sled. The first thing I'm going to tell you is get rid of these old bolts and get yourself a pile of brand new grade A 3/8 by 24 threads per inch bolts, lock washers. Get some really nice thick fender washers so that you have a good strong hold in this axle and suspension here. But just new bolts aren't enough. That's where you get out your tap here and get yourself some machining oil and take one of your taps and run it in to that suspension axle so that it's nice and easy to spin in there, because when you're putting this new bolt in here, you want it to move freely. After you get done running the tap in there, everything should be about that smooth. That's the way we need it, so that the next time we go unscrew this bolt to remove the suspension and remove this axle, everything's nice and free. Obviously, we're going to use some anti-seize on this, and we're going to grease these axles up and slide them into the suspension arm and bolt it all back together. Thanks for watching as I fix it for Josh's sake.